This is a demonstration of the Lindberg Blue M Model 55667 tube furnace. This is a 3-zone furnace with a maximum temperature of 1200 degrees C. The tube dimensions are 4.5 inches by 36 inches long. Each zone is 12 inches long. It is powered and controlled by Model 58434 digital programmable controller unit, which sits off to the side. The entire unit is powered by 208 volts. First, we're going to take a look inside here. As you can see, here are the 3 zones. What we're going to do today to test is we're going to cap the ends. This is heavy, so it's always good to sort of use 2 hands and lower it down. We'll take a quick walk around the back. Very clean, very simple. Normally this sits on a flat floor. These are very important. These are the supports for the top when you open it, so make sure that this is on a flat floor. These are the power wires going into the different heater banks, and these are the individual thermocouples as well. They've all been labeled here and tagged, so once you install this equipment, you just need to put them back in the proper position. This is normally sold as a hardwired piece of equipment, and when you remove the side cover here, you'll see the terminal strip where you plug in the power as well. Now we'll go back around to the front, and we'll turn the system on. Now, the controllers here in this unit are actually made by Eurotherm. It's the same product. This book will accompany it, and there is a good explanation in here on how to use the controller, how to set the set points. What's interesting to understand is that these 3 controllers work in unison, where you set the main controller here. For example, I have this set to 200 degrees at this time, and then these 2 will slowly but surely bring up the end zones until they're within several degrees of the middle. This is to give you unified temperature throughout the entire range. So what we'll do right now is I'm going to up this a little bit, and almost there. Takes a little bit to get used to, and here is 400. That is 1/3 of the temperature range. So we're going to heat this up today in intervals of 400 degrees, and we'll go to 400, we'll go to 800, and then we'll go to the max of 1200. I cannot open the furnace though until we're back down around maybe 400 to 500 degrees. This would enable me to show you the heating elements. It's just plain too hot and too dangerous to open when you're up above, let's say 600 or 700 degrees. So we'll lock it up for now, and we'll come back in a little bit and see how we do. As you can see, we have a differential on the end zones of 100 and 100. They're starting to come into place. Giving a little time, they will regulate. But for now, let's go up a little higher. So now we're going to go to our next jump. And we are going to run it up now to 800 degrees, or 2/3 of its maximum temperature. So once again, we'll come back in a little bit and see how we do. Okay, we're back here for our last installment. We're at 800. We're going to run this up all the way. And there we go, 1200. And we'll come back again one more time once we reach our peak temperature, and then we will shut the system down, let it cool down, open it up, take a look at the heating elements. Okay, we are at our maximum temperature. Right now we are at 1198.5. So we've reached our maximum temperature. As you can see from the end zones, it is blazing in there. As you can see. So now what we're going to do is we're going to turn the furnace off and let it cool down probably more than halfway to below 600 degrees. And then we'll open up the furnace and take a look at the heating elements. So we'll come back in a little bit. Okay, as we can see here, the center elements are heating up. The ones on the end are also heating up, but there is a 100 degree differential between them. This allows you to set the different zones so that when your product is put inside the oven, the ends are a little bit cooler than the center. It's hot enough right there too. We're at about 500 degrees here. And these are off by 100 degrees.